In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
You don't listen.
Jim didn't get the memo.
Nah.
That we're supposed to wait 2 minutes before we say
Anything
the bad word.
Any cuss words. We gotta wait 2 minutes.
Yeah.
For the algorithm.
Yeah.
We're learning.
So he was doing it pre-countdown.
Yeah.
Just
And
to
then
be-
you did it about 2 seconds after actual countdown.
Are we on? Oh, okay.
So I guess algorithm be damned today. So
Not getting monetized.
No, I'm just going to cut it out.
Yeah.
It's going to come in on y'all laughing.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
There we go.
Well, it's Monday.
Yeah.
It is Monday.
Well, everybody drank heavily because nobody's got anything. Like,
I've got a few things actually, and I haven't really tied it on lately. I've been pretty good.
That's good.
Neither have I.
Yeah,
Because Scott and I
Yeah, right.
killed a bottle of 18-year-old JMO on Friday,
I heard.
yeah.
I heard.
and a quarter of a fifth of Peerless, and then
Nice.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Which one?
just the regular bourbon. Just the Peerless.
That's the green label.
the red.
Red label.
Yeah.
Red label.
We all had a little help on that one.
That's
but
like-
I don't think a lot of people helped us with the JMO.
I think the green label's the
Leon
rye.
had one heavy pour from me.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. Your brother-in-law.
Well, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Built this table.
He did build that table.
I know what he hasn't built yet.
What's that?
Stairs.
Yeah.
Stairs.
We love you, Leon. I never should have paid you till you finished this job.
What have you done for me lately, pal?
Anyways, this is the Freedom Friends podcast. It's brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. That's this gentleman here. Use that code FTFO to screw that sweet 15% off. Fuck yeah. After 2 minutes. Go over to owellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. I highly recommend the freeze gel, which Haley is fucking soaking in right now.
I was all over that this weekend.
Dude, she's having sciatic pain right now. And like literally the freeze gel is like the only thing that's giving relief, man. Like it's a rough one. So yeah, go over there. Freedom Friends 25. You gotta get your quarter off your order there. And of course, IC Tech coolers for those who get it. Go to ictech.com. Use that code FreedomFriends10. That gets you 10% off. And check out our affiliate link with grillyourassoff.com. I actually heard from Jason today. Murph hit me up and was like, "Hey man, I'm sending customers like little thing because he'll get stuff from the Freedom Friends one." And so he wrote like, "Mikey has a small penis. I've seen it," and stuff like that. Like, and I was like, well, you're not wrong. So, yeah, check them out. Freedom Friends. What is it? It's grillyourassoff.com/Freedom Friends podcast.
Yes.
For the affiliate link.
Or wherever you're listening or watching, it's in the description below.
Yep. So, we got Big Jim filling in for Jazz, and we got Big Dave filling in for John.
Yeah.
Like, John's gallivanting in Florida fucking off.
It's a fucking pickup team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing a pickup game, man. And
Sometimes that's the most fun, though.
Jazz is just too good for us. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks
Hates
to
us.
suck.
Hates us.
Yeah. I think it's you.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm wearing the shirt that he gave me.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz, this is a present from
That's
Jazz.
nice.
Yeah.
You look, whatever. What do we got going on there?
It's Rick and Morty.
Oh, Christ.
And I'm wearing this in solidarity with Justin Roiland, whose charges were fucking dismissed. So if you don't know, Justin Roiland, one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty, which is one of the smartest cartoons ever made and hilarious, was fired in January because he had some abuse charges. He had some domestic violence charges pending, right? And again, fucking cancel culture, not fucking letting the law do its job. He got fired from Adult Swim, and Hulu let him go from Solar Opposites and all that shit. And turns out, the DA didn't have any evidence, so they dropped the fucking charges, which is what his lawyer told him in January was going to happen. And that did happen. So in solidarity with Justin Roiland, and to say fuck you to cancel culture a little bit more, I wore the shirt today.
Nice.
So it
Yeah.
says he pleaded not guilty to one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and/or deceit. in 2020, and
Yeah.
now all of those charges have been dropped. It says it was in April, so just a couple days ago. I guess.
But did he do it or not? Like, did he just like get off because the law failed, or
No.
because
Apparently-
he married some crazy bitch who made it all up?
What happened was it was an ex that was attempting to get him canceled and halfway fucking succeeded.
Sounds like a countersuit.
Dude.
yeah.
Oh, if I was him, Hulu's on my fucking firing squad.
I'm sure he is. I mean, those are the people he's going to have to go after.
Yeah.
His bitch probably ain't got cash.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
we
go back. You got to go after the deep pockets for this stuff. And you got to think wages lost on this, man. That's
You
fucking.
can pummel her into the ground legally just to make you feel better, but it's Hulu. And
But it's
adults.
like
It's
you'll
Cartoon
never
Network.
every dime you ever make in your life, unless it's cash and under the table,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to give to me now. Like that's something worth pursuing.
Better hit that pole,
Yeah.
sweetal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
As I'm sure
So
she was
know,
getting.
I mean-
apparently, the Kimberly Ed spokeswoman for the district attorney's office told NPR the decision was made as a result of having insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond any reasonable doubt.
Yeah, that's what all DAs say when they can't prosecute.
Yeah.
Because so the burden of proof falls on the state, right? That's how it works in our justice system, all right? That's why we are innocent until proven guilty. Let me say that again.
Yeah, say
for
that
the
again.
fucking people in the back. You are innocent until proven guilty.
Unless you
have
took
the
a grand tour of
presumption-
fucking Congress, then you get just fucking everything thrown at you. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, that's free. That's free. That's free for all though. That's like get out of jail free cards if you know. If you get the tour,
if you get the tour.
Oh, if you get the
if
tour.
you're BLM, you just get off that night and nobody ever fucking.
that's also true.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
I digress.
In this country, we have what's called the presumption of innocence. All right. And that's a fucking God-given right that we have. Like they have to prove beyond the reasonable doubt that you're guilty of something. And apparently what happened is just like, and we've seen it how many fucking times the last fucking 5-6 years where people have just been absolutely shit on, ran through the ringer, canceled, whatever. And then it turns out, oh, just kidding. That didn't really go down like we said it did. Sorry.
No.
And they throw all the news in the world at fucking destroying these people. And then there's it's fucking crickets when it's like, oops, we fucked up. So I hope he goes after every news station that shit on him. I hope he goes after everything. Like if Kyle Rittenhouse is a good example. All right. That's a good example that people will recognize, right? I mean, like fucking that kid had the presumption of innocence, not in the court of public opinion. Court of public opinion had his ass guilty as fuck and that he was basically a domestic terrorist. Come to find out, that's not how the fucking justice system works. And all these fucking keyboard warriors who think that they know how the fuck it works, turned out they were wrong. That's exactly what happened with Justin Roiland. It's fucked up. And that's how it is.
Oh, what's the kid's name? The guy named from Marvel. He was also in
the
Devotion.
director.
No. The actor. He was in Devotion. Played the Black Pilot. He was also in Creed 3. He was also had the Army contract for the new Army commercials.
I'm not.
Literally came out.
Look at who the
Devotion.
main actor in Devotion is.
Devotion. Yeah.
Glenn Powell,
the other guy.
Jonathan Majors
It's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors?
played Jesse Brown.
Yes, yeah. So that guy, he's one of Marvel's now, but the next big bad guy who's for whatever. He had the Army commercials. They literally came out the next day. He gets hit with the same kind of charges, domestic violence charges. They dropped him. Both his agent and his publicist both dropped him. Marvel is still holding on to him. I think they just probably, or Disney, because they can't. But the Army suspended him right away. So that guy got screwed. I mean, probably got screwed. I don't know. He got the first charges came out, and then all of a sudden everybody else comes out of the woodwork. So,
Well, I mean, like,
how does that? I mean,
so we're supposed to believe all women all the time, right? That's what we learned from the Me Too movement. That's the big thing, is that we need to believe these victims and don't victim blame and all this shit. The amount of fucking women that I've seen, that I know, that I fucking know, have ruined military careers over shit like this when it was not fucking true, who just patently fucking lied
yeah.
and just fuck their career be damned. Like, there's a few. I'm not going to mention names, but there's some companies that are working with some now.
Yeah.
You know who the fuck I'm talking about. All right. That's literally what happened. Like they made up fucking story. And then what do? They get out of the military and they claim military sexual trauma. And now they're all at 100%. sucking off the fucking
I think
government tip.
any infantry guy has a very strong case for sexual trauma.
You're goddamn right. I would say more so than a lot of fucking females out there.
It's kind of funny that you bring that up because there was a 06 from the 5th stab, the fucking whatever, the support and assist, the guys that are now going over like they're mid teams, but now it's a brigade. She got relieved for sexual harassment over the weekend.
Really?
For grabbing a guy's crotch and then making derogatory comments to another subordinate. So she's an 06, and she's getting fucking fucked.
Huh.
So they're burning her down. So that's like the first one. It's funny because there must be an issue with that brigade because they're.
Did the guy complain about it, or
it's kind of funny how like I don't know how that's gonna shake out.
some other dude who wanted her to grab his junk complain?
It's amazing how there's even
what happened.
The charges even came out because usually you never get like the full story, but you got at least they told you two things that she did or whatever. So I guess she has a history of that crap.
Well, dude, like I mean, granted, times have changed in the military. I mean, fuck. Like, I don't know. You never even served with a female, did you?
Not one.
Not one,
Not
right?
one.
Like I did. I had to eventually.
I'm just imagining like
It's so good.
Like the inspection.
Yeah.
So that's actually what I'm talking about. There, when I was in corporal's course, it was the first time I had to like cohabitate around females, right? Because as an Amtracker, we didn't have them, and like
I served with a couple bitches, but no females.
yeah,
You know who you are.
fucking. But like, I remember I had a female corporal's course instructor. She was a staff sergeant, and she was telling me that when she was a young Marine, like her first uniform inspection, she comes out and there's this crusty old gunny as like her platoon sergeant, and he's like checking fucking skirt length. He tells her to get on her knees, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And apparently, that's how they used to check the skirt length, is that she would have to stand on her knees, and if it hit the ground, it was too long.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Is there? Usually, they're worried about it being too short, not too long,
Or maybe it had to hit the ground. It had to be in
That
line with the ground.
That
'Cause
sounds better.
The actual military order on the female service skirt for the Marine Corps is fucking it's above or below with a 1/2 inch from the middle of the kneecap is the fucking measurement, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
So they're trying to make sure that it's not.
But she said that when he was like, "You need to get on your knees," she was like, "The fuck?" Because she's like this young Marine, and like all of a sudden,
it's either you're a hooch or you're fat. Because it's that's what they're checking for. Yeah. Because if it's too short, then you're either a chubby monkey or you're fucking trying to get you some fucking 0311 dick.
Potentially.
So,
I like the other scenario better, where it's like, that's too long.
That's just too long. What are you?
It's too long.
What is this? 1846? Get the fuck out of
show
here.
some fucking thigh.
Yeah. We don't want to see your ankles.
It's just be better if we just didn't go down that whole road anyway. But anyway.
I remember being we were on like a really small post, and it was just our company and our HHC. We were the only two, and so there were females there. And God forbid any of our platoon sergeants caught us one-on-one with a female. And it wasn't like they think we're gonna fuck. They were like, they will, because I was in when it was like kind of starting to be a thing. They were like, if they just wanted to, they could end your military career.
Well, fuck.
And with the snap.
Who's the politician that absolutely refuses to be alone in a room with a woman other than his wife?
Mike Pence.
Yeah.
No.
So
I don't blame
smart fucking move, bud.
So on our fucking fob, we had Air Force on one side of our fob in Iraq in 08, and they were buying Army PT gear so they could go over to the infantry brigade. We were a heavy brigade combat team, so they were going over to 130th Infantry area, and they would wear Army PT gear so nobody would like check them as they were going to get whatever. So that came to light, and
stolen fucking valor.
So we're all sitting there, the fucking brigade staff, and me and my buddy who was the civil affairs guy, we're both shaking our head, and my fucking the brigade XO was like, "What?" And we're like, "Dude, you got to give them fucking credit though. God damn it, boys!" And they're like, "You guys, there's something the matter with you guys." Everybody's dying laughing. We're like, "I wouldn't have thought of that. I mean, that's fucking great."
I mean, it's espionage.
It's fucking. They went to the fucking PX. They bought Army PT gear so they could get fucking laid.
That's RNS.
God damn it! Good for them.
Yeah.
for them.
They were just getting ready for the end of their enlistment when they were going to transfer over to the Army anyway.
Good initiative, bad judgment.
Yeah,
Like, God
that's what
damn it.
is. Yeah.
Taking care of our boys. You know?
Dude.
And we had some good looking Air Force chicks on that fucking fob. So
I tell you, Haley is seriously kicking around the idea of the Air Force Reserves right now.
all right.
Like,
What's your opinion of that?
I'm fucking down to fucking clown. I'll be a dependent all day, man. She'd be an officer. I'll be an officer's wife. That'd be fun.
Tell her to come join the part-time veteran club.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking lit over here.
So she'd go to, so where's there, is there OCS at Lackland too? Or
No, it's in Montgomery, Alabama.
it's Montgomery, Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah. So she would go to Montgomery, Alabama for like 6-8 weeks or something. And then fucking whatever school she went into.
Was she prior enlisted before or anything?
No.
So she doesn't have to enlist and go like the OCS route way. She'd have to go to Lackland, do 8 weeks, and then immediately then go to, like in the Army, if you go the OCS route, you've got to go enlist in some bullshit, and then you go immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
No.
I think in the Air Force you just go like as long as you qualify, go through an OSO recruiter
Okay.
and stuff. Like if you have a fucking qualifying
like
degree
how the Marine
and things
Corps
like that.
did, but the Army's not like that.
Yeah,
So
I think the Air Force
yeah.
handles it much more similar to how the Marines do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes
I
me
didn't know-
if
I
you've
didn't
got
know
the
about the Army.
qualifications, you can catch it right there. And
Yeah.
just go to
Well, fuck. If you're
Yeah.
already an MD in the Air Force and you join the Air Force, don't they
Sure.
automatically
Yeah,
give you like a
but
captain or some
everybody does
shit?
that.
Yeah.
Everybody does that.
Yeah.
So that everybody does that stuff with the Army. You go to say you're gonna. A lot of guys go to Benning or Jackson, and I think it's probably better for you if you went to like Benning and did the Army infantry basic.
Sure, you want to be basically trained. That's the way to do it.
Basically, and then you go to OCS.
Yeah. Interesting.
she'd catch an airborne slot and
Which-
join us in calling Jazz a leg.
Dude, that'd be fucking
Which is-
hilarious.
I think it's better too because I mean I think especially if you go to Benning, you're already friggin' conditioned. Like OCS, it's no different. You just go to OCS and you're just folding bullshit and doing this shit.
Like
It's
she's
just-
always wanted to. She's just always put it off. And then fucking, I mean, shit, I've had her locked down with children since she was 24. So
What does she want to do in the Air Force?
see that I don't know. Cause originally her original plan is she wanted to go medical field because
Yeah,
I was like,
she'd
fuck,
be here,
you
yeah.
would drill at BAMC.
Yeah.
Like it would be fucking nothing, you know, and you would have a skill, but she enjoys her job now.
What's she do?
She's working from home. She likes what she's doing and she's gotten promoted and she's making good money.
What is she a program manager for? What does she do?
It's basically she's a team lead. She runs a team of customer service reps for HVAC essentially. But so she's a project manager. At if I had to break it down to she's a people leader. You know,
She could do HR for the
Yeah.
Air Force and be here. And this is AATC. This is the home of that shit. So she could do that here.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
And Randolph, yeah. So
and I was
Randolph.
like, fuck. I was like, it's 2 weeks a year and 1 week in a month.
She
Like,
got a go share. Anyway.
yeah, they're not taking Air Force fucking admin people. Okay? like the Air National Guard didn't deploy to fucking combat. I don't think.
My son was in.
Oh no, they
Afghanistan.
deploy, but I think so. How they deploy though, like your wife would go as almost a one off,
Yeah,
and if she wanted to go or they tell her to go, whatever, she'd be a one off.
Yeah.
Be like, we need you to replace this fucking douchebag wherever, and she'd just go.
yeah. And it's like 6 weeks, right? They're not there for that long.
No, they do 1 years.
Do they do 1 year?
You know how fucked up the Air Force is? So if I get stationed, so I'm an Air Force officer and I take over a command, not just a staff guy, a command, they'll be like, oh, you're going to go TDY or you're going to go get deployed and you're a one-off. So a year out of your command is your battalion command is TDY doing some staff job. That's how fucked up the Air.
How can you be a battalion commander if you're not there?
You could be a squadron commander and be like, oh, hey, we need you. Now, not a flight squadron commander, but anything else that they do in the Air Force, absolutely. They can say, hey, we need an 04, 05, whatever.
They're just filling a slot.
And you're just filling a slot. So you lose a year
Now,
command.
does that work on the reserve side as well?
Probably.
Might be something to fucking talk to her about.
But I don't know how much she's going to end up having to get deployed, though, because there's just not a lot of places for her. And if she's an HR person, she gets deployed there.
Yeah.
Like, that's where she goes.
Yeah,
that's
right.
that's the mothership right here, a mile from us.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know. Like I'm not opposed. I told her, I was like, I will support you, whatever the fuck you plan on doing. You know, like if you want to go and, you know, be an Air Force chick, fucking A. I'll be your dependent. It'll be fun.
That dependent dad life when she's out training for that long, though.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, if my kids sucked,
No,
that'd
but
be
we
one
can all
thing.
go to
But
fucking they'll give us a reason to go to Montgomery, Alabama and fucking
yeah,
go to OCS graduation.
I went there once. It was when my buddy Dave was going through it. I went there to visit him.
I'm sure we could all suck it into our fucking uniforms.
No.
I don't
Actually,
even
right now I might be able to. Fuck.
Yeah?
I'm fucking thin. Yeah.
Oh.
I lost like fucking 20 pounds, man.
You look good, kid.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks. I lost a lot of muscle mass, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel weak as shit.
We get stuff for that.
Yeah. there's stuff for that. I'm off that, too. I'm not on TRT anymore.
That's why your wife wants to fucking go to fucking OCS.
Probably. Shit. Honestly, I think she just wants a break from the kids and me.
Yeah.
And she's just like, boot camp's a break.
Yeah. Right? They can't even yell at you anymore.
Yeah, right?
They're
I can't imagine officer boot camp for the Air Force is real fucking challenging.
they don't even call them.
They don't even know how to yell.
Yeah, it's
Like, future ma'am, can you please do this for me?
Dude, I went to Lackland on Saturday. I had to drive all the way to fucking Lackland to pick up wristbands for the parade I had to go to for Hero Sports on Saturday. So I drive all the way to Lackland. First of all, I fucking hate Air Force bases. I don't know what it is. I feel off on Air Force bases. I don't like Army bases. I'm fine with. Marine bases, obviously good to go.
Understand it.
Yeah, like I'm totally fine. Like I've been to Army bases and I've never had this like weird level of anxiety. But for some reason, when I'm driving, especially when I'm driving on a fucking Air Force base, I get this level of anxiety. And
so if you, like, for example, you shit in a fish tank, right?
Right.
The turd probably has some anxiety, but so do all the fish swimming around. So, like, you might feel out of place going on the Air Force base, but everybody who sees you go on an Air Force base thinks you're out of place too, my friend.
I know, right? I think it's just because every Air Force cop that I've ever fucking met, to include my father, I fucking didn't like. I fucking have a beef with Air Force cops, man.
Well, I don't like the fact that the Air Force call them fucking cops. MPs? I don't know an Army MP that's ever referred to himself as a cop.
Well, the fact that they call themselves SF
I know
alone should piss off a very dangerous community, and it does. But because it used to be security police, they used to be SPs.
SPs, yeah.
That's what they were called.
Yeah.
They were called SPs because they're fucking security guards. That's what they do.
Don't they wear a different color beret also?
I don't know.
It's a blue beret. Now it's a blue. Like,
is it a blue beret?
Yeah, it's a blue beret.
I have no idea.
I remember I saw the first time I saw someone, they were wearing the SF little patch, and I was like, oh, and I saw their beret. I was like, oh, is this guy Special Forces? And I was with my dad. I was little, and he was like, the farthest thing from it.
It's funny because I'm friends with all the guys in Randolph now because we do a lot of shit with them. They're fucking great, but I'm friends with a lot of the dog handlers, and Jesus, it's like
there's a chip on that shoulder.
You're not a cop.
There's always a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Like I've actually walked up.
I was
and been
wondering
like,
whose shoulder.
dude, I've walked up to fucking.
I have a chip on my shoulder because I was in the infantry, right?
Sure.
So I've met a couple military police, if you will.
Well,
like-
military
like-
police in general drive us all back fucking batshit. But anyway,
But Air Force cops, they're different, man. And I think it's because there's this sense of fucking entitlement because they're the only ones that go to FLETC. All right. So they actually leave their MOS school with a fucking federal law enforcement credential. Yeah. MPs in the Army and Marine Corps can't say that. All right? They go to Jackson or fucking get Leonardwood. They get lost in the woods, right? Like that's where they go. Whereas Air Force actually sends their fucking cops to FLETC. So these guys walk out with a legitimate federal fucking law enforcement
and then
credential.
they stand at a gate for fucking 10 hours.
I did get to hear an Air Force ash chewing.
Yeah,
and it was hilarious. It was while I was presenting my ID to the gentleman who had an afro sticking out of his fucking beret.
Yes, sir.
Absolute afro sticking out of his beret, and you could tell like it looked like a chef hat. And I have a limited knowledge on berets. I only know what John has actually taught me. John and you, Jim, because you gifted me a beret, and John showed me how it's supposed to look and how I'm supposed to shave it and all that stuff, right? So I have a limited knowledge on them. But I don't think this one's right. Like this dude looked like the fucking like the Swedish chef.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Except
that's not how it is.
Except he had a afro poking out on
There's
3 of the
also-
sides.
Which makes it worse.
Go back to your ass chewing.
So the ash chewing wasn't the guy with the afro, but it was about another guy's fucking haircut sticking out of his beret that also looked like a chef hat.
Oh, so the MP was getting his ass or
from another MP, from another SP, right? Right. And it was a female chewing a male's ass. And she had the most annoying fucking screech I've heard in quite a while. And I was like, And as I'm handing the ID, I hear this going on, and I'm just like, he's like, "Have a good day, sir." I was like, I just drove on. I was like,
So,
"What the fuck, man?"
In our office, we've got one green suitor, all right, and we've got one. So we got a dude from the Rakasans. I give him shit, but he was with Colonel Steele during the surge. He was a combat medic, and the other two guys were ComCam guys. One supported third group, so they've been around the Army and the Marine Corps way more than they did Air Force shit. So this kid, he's a good kid, but we try to haze him, and then we've got this female in our office who was like, you can't talk to him like that. And we're just like merciless to him. Cause I'm like, well, first of all, he shouldn't be in an office with all civilians. So he's not getting the true Air Force experience. So we're going to give him the true military experience. Right? And he's a good kid, and he takes it in a good, he takes it well, but we'll just fuck with him mercilessly. And it's like, dude, you need to be around. This is your first assignment. You need to be like well away from civilians because you're just going to get like everything's fucking cool.
Yeah, you're going to get all lackadaisical.
Yeah, way lackadaisical till you get to the Air Force or you deploy or whatever, or, where you're trying to go. And
God forbid you get attached to Marines or Army.
Yeah, it's just like this isn't going to work for you, especially with what he wants to do. So we just fucking, but they're just, the Air Force is fucking different, dude. Like the guy in our office who's a fucking Rakkasan, he's just like, I don't get these guys. And I'm like, dude, he's like thinking about going to fucking Dugway, Utah, so he could go do an Army as as a GS civilian, just to get away from the Air Force like ridiculousness.
Yeah, because
it's just not. They're different, man. I've gotten used to it now. I've gotten way used to it when I was with the Air Force Wounded Warrior program. I've just gotten used to just how silly they fucking are. But yeah, it's different, man. The Marine Corps, the Army. When you go to any of those bases, I mean, granted, the Navy's a whole different thing because of what they do.
Yeah.
But
naval bases themselves are small.
Once you get
everything's out there.
After about a couple of hours with the Marines, if you've never been around them, but you're an Army guy, you're like, okay, this is familiar. Like they speak the same language, whether it's personal, professional. It's just, there's no difference between 0311 and 11B as far as the stupidity.
The shenanigans are all.
It's all the same.
The only difference is we have way better equipment as 11 Bravos.
Well, yeah.
Marine Corps. I mean,
we haven't got them yet. We haven't got it yet.
Sure. The Marine Corps
broke it yet.
The Marine Corps got. God damn it! The fucking Commandant has made sure the Marine Corps got good equipment now. Like they're
all suppressed now. All of our grunts are suppressed now.
Their fucking helmets are all the fucking good helmets.
They're all fucking high level railed Mitch.
Yeah,
fucking they have came up. That is not what my experience as a grunt was.
Dude, when I was a grunt, we were using Vietnam era shit.
Yeah, dude.
And I was in a good fucking unit.
When were you a grunt? What year were you?
91 and 96.
Okay,
the only saving grace was
99 to 2000.
Yeah.
Fucking, I had the same shit.
Nothing. Yeah.
It was the same shit.
Yeah.
Boys, we got to pause.
Yeah, we're gonna pause. We'll be right back.
Just a short couple minute break. Nothing crazy. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Jim's time, I believe. We were comparing the Marine Corps and the
Y'all got
Armies.
hand-me-downs.
Oh, our hand-me-down shit.
Yeah.
About how good it is now. Yeah, I mean, they get good shit now. Like I mentioned, they're all suppressed now, which fucking baffles me. You know,
I see what you did there.
Suppressor dad joke.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think that they've just years of being in Afghanistan, primarily Afghanistan, has kind of showed them what they needed to do, and smaller force.
Yeah.
Kind of thing that they can kind of get more specialized. I think the Commandant's doing a good job doing that shit. Too.
Sure.
I mean,
I still frown on the idea of not having scout snipers anymore.
That's crazy.
I can't believe it.
I frown on the idea of not having tanks. Like that's a fucking.
So they're looking at
two battle
buying like sort of some sort of intermediary thing. Because even, I mean, the Chinese are going to come at you, and that's what they're geared up for. The Marine Corps is really postured towards China now. What are you going to do on one of those islands if you're going toe to toe? I mean, they've decided we're going to take out ships. We're going to be able to do this. And we're going to be able to do that. But if you end up with Chinese armor in some capacity, you're going to have to be able to defeat it with armor and be able to move. So they're trying to come up with something, I think.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, the ACV is the new Amtrak, the one with wheels.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty heavily armored.
They may
I
have
believe.
You're going to have to come up with a weapon system that not necessarily a man-portable weapon system, which I think is what
I think it's called an F-35. And
yeah, but if you don't have air superiority, like we always have like if we don't have air superiority with the Chinese, now he's gonna some poor fucking Marine grunt is gonna have to go deal with Chinese whatever the fucks.
Yeah.
So they're trying to come up with something that they could take off an LCAC or
I think
ship. And they'll figure it out.
Time of armor to armor is done. Because now you got javelins, you got fucking like I don't know, tank on tank.
Light infantry can fucking take down heavy tanks and shit like that. It's true.
That was just a couple months ago.
A lot easier to hide a dude in a javelin than it is a fucking Abrams.
That was just a couple months ago out there in Ukraine when they were getting javelins and what was it, Gustavs? Is that what they were getting?
Yeah, Carl Gustav.
Yeah, and it was just them smoking fucking Russian vehicles.
The Russians have not done a good job of using their armor correctly. They'll just run tanks without infantry support or even air support. So
they're still using old BMPs and shit.
And they're using BMP3s and shit like that. And
they're supposed to be selling those.
This is like 1970s technology though. Like even before like 40s technology shit.
Yeah.
So that's why the Ukrainians are wanting the new stuff because they can move fast. They're using Western tech. I mean, the Russians know that they're supposed to be using infantry. They're just kind of mailing it in. So, I mean, the tank still has use. You've just got to use them correctly.
Right.
But whatever's going to happen in the Pacific will be vastly different than what we're seeing in the Ukraine, just because of the topography, obviously. So
yeah. Well, then I think the days of us island hopping are fucking over.
No, the Marine Corps is their plan is to put a few Marines on a shit ton of territory and make the fucking Chinese have to come dig their asses out.
Yep.
So they've got MATVs with fucking anti-ship missiles and shit. They've got some fucking cool shit. So they've got something for them. And that's the other thing too, what's trying to tell the Taiwanese, like, look, man, you don't need all this high-tech shit F-35s. All you need is fucking sea mines, land mines, and a bunch of dudes with javelins.
Yeah.
And you'll fuck their day up.
Throw some fucking sea whizzes on there to fucking, for...
You don't need expensive shit. You just need a lot of inexpensive shit. So
yeah.
Well, javelins aren't cheap, but...
It's cheaper than an F-35 though.
Yeah.
It's going to get fucking blown out of the sky because you've only got a few of them,
Yeah.
So...
Anyway, and it's not fighting balloons this time.
Yeah,
like it's fucking going up against, even if it's like I mean that's what is that, 6th generation aircraft or whatever?
I think so. Yeah.
Fifth
or whatever.
We're on 5th. No, we're on 5th.
I think the 35 is a 6th.
It's a 5th. It's a 5th generation. The F-22 is a 4th generation fighter.
That's what it is. Yeah. So like even if they're going up against 3rd and 4th gen, eventually that shit's going to happen.
They just don't have the numbers that the Chinese are going to throw at them.
Yeah.
So
the F-35 is a 5th generation. According to F35.com.
Wow. F35.com. Huh?
Really broke the fucking brain bank on that web address, didn't they? We need a website that's going to tell things about the F-35. Hey, F35.com's available.
Well, the thing with the F-35 too, it's a networking platform as much as it is a weapons platform. And if you don't have the numbers to network other 4th generation fighters, because I think they use F-16s and F-15s, the Taiwanese Air Force, there's kind of no point. So javelins, sea mines, and land mines, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
and so. They're learning. The new general that their new chief of staff of the Taiwanese military is kind of buying into it. It's been years. They've been trying to buy the sexy Western shit for years, and then they've seen what's happened with the Ukraine. They're like, oh, we can just buy a whole bunch of fucking shit that doesn't cost us a ton.
Yeah,
and you can train the Taiwanese population to fire a javelin. They ain't flying a fucking F-35 or some like sophisticated system. So anyway, we're nerding out. We shouldn't be. But anyway,
that's exactly what we should be doing.
Yeah.
That's what half this fucking show is, man, is us nerding out about shit.
No, it's Jazz's other show that we nerd out.
Oh, yeah, you super nerd on your show.
It's just a different kind of nerd.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Got a new vehicle.
Yeah, what'd you wind up with?
Haley pulled the trigger, got a minivan. And I got to tell you, it's like fucking awesome.
I'm sure it's comfortable. I'm sure it has all the bells and whistles, but Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm telling you, fucking automatic doors, fucking leather.
Oh, yeah.
Got fucking flip up fire TVs in the back of the seats and shit for the kids, like each with an individual remote. Like this thing is fucking dope. like it's got what's called a fan cam. So as I'm driving, I click on fan cam. I can look and see what my fucking kids are doing. There's a camera inside, so I can see like if we had this thing when we were kids, if our parents would have had this, we'd been fucked.
Oh.
How much did you fuck around in the back seat?
Right,
All the
I
time.
know,
Mom and dad weren't paying attention. They're up there arguing or some shit. All right, you're in the back seat, fucking doing your thing. Well, now dad can see you from the driver's seat, man. Like
The new Jeep Grand Cherokee has that too.
dude,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
I've seen a couple that actually have like a speaker system, so you don't have to like turn around and yell at them. You can yell while facing the road, and it goes through the speakers.
All of that is wrong. You pull that motherfucker over.
Yep.
And that's how you talk to them.
You damn right. You damn right. I'm old.
One
I'm
more
still old
fucking
school
time,
like
and I'm
that.
gonna beat your ass.
I'll
pull
this
over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull over.
If this pulls over, your ass is gonna get beat in front of God and country. I swear to fuck. Yep.
Dude, I don't know how many. My old man had fucking mitts like fucking Mickey Mouse or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He had giant fucking hands. I was not gifted with these things.
Yeah, we can
and
tell.
it was just be like, what the fuck, whack, and just like, and I'd fucking deal with the concussion for however long the rest of the drive was.
Sure.
Yeah, because
Sure.
and then you know what, you didn't fuck up again after that. you
Well,
know?
that's how it works, man.
Nowadays it's like, well, I'm going to change my gender because you hit me.
I
So-
get compliments. I get compliments on my children sometimes where the people are like, they're so well behaved. I'm like, yeah, I beat them.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what do you do?
Yeah.
The harder you beat them, the less often you have to beat them.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not saying you fucking fuck them up.
Well, I used to
like-
have three. You have two, right?
I have two.
Yeah, like, well, it's like I used to have three kids. We ritually sacrificed one, and the rest of them were just fell in line.
Yeah, right?
I picture Scott disciplining his kids, and he's like, "Do you want 4-ounce gloves or 8-ounce gloves?
Yeah.
You pick."
Yeah.
Goddamn right, man. I got two boys.
Yeah.
They need to that need to grow up to be men.
It's actually like you guys have had a chance to see Scott discipline his kids, right?
Yeah, dude, his kids
No.
Like
I don't need to anymore.
fucking phenomenal. Dude,
I've got to see this as they were growing up.
Well, I could
And
see you
Scott
did.
basically makes them feel stupid because they did something stupid.
Dude,
And he just brings it to the forefront, and he's
We
like,
love our
that
kids.
wasn't really,
I've been in the room while he talks to his son on the phone about doing something stupid.
that's. I mean, they're at the age now. He's going a whole
Yeah.
There's more things for him to do stupid.
You
But
basically just platoon sergeant them. Just fucking
Yeah.
like a platoon sergeant Monday morning talking to the fucking idiot
you
that
did
fucked
what
up.
this
And you're
weekend,
like,
motherfucker?
you feel fucking retarded? Yeah, I know. You want to know how I know? Because you are.
We're at Port Aransas for the 4th of July last year. His kids are like, "Hey, can I fill your glass?" And not only they're not moping to fill it, they're fucking moving with a purpose. We're like, "Yeah, I'd like some more ice, and can you bring me one of these fucking Jello shots? Fucking, how many different kinds of colors would you like?" Well, I just wanted one, but I'll take a choice. They're on it. They're like, these kids are the fucking best, man. I felt like I should be like throwing 20s at them.
Like
just
tipping them and shit?
Yeah. No, these kids are fine. And it's funny because
Because he beat him.
so my brother-in-law, Michael.
Yeah.
His kids are barbarians, right? And we're always like, your kids will eventually be like Scott and Michelle's kids. They need to learn, because there's a difference between like service and a smile and service and being solid. And I'm like, Scott's kids service with a smile. Let me get your drink. They even know how to, like, they will eventually learn how to like the right combination of ice and booze. And
they got that.
Yeah.
They pride themselves in being able to mix a drink.
And that's what we're looking for. But I'll go
'Cause
to
if
other.
they fuck it up, I tell them.
It's
Like,
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But we'll go and to somebody else's house, my other brother-in-law's
And
kids.
you're like,
and-
come here, kid. Give me another one of these. Get Uncle Jim another one of these. And they're like, what the fuck?
But Michael's kids are like so much bigger. And they're just like, they've got their plastic guns and they're playing like shit that we did. Everybody else's kids are like making Legos and fucking being a bitch.
Yeah.
And these kids are just like fucking, and you always hear like screaming and yelling, and it's never Michael's kids, because those kids are just rolled over some kid that's the same age. Like all the kids are the same age as theirs or bigger, and they're just killing them. It's fucking great.
Michael's kids they're at the age too where the biggest problems that the kids have are their siblings.
Right.
My kids, like now, if they have a problem with each other, they fucking address it. I don't need to get involved.
Right. Yeah.
Because if I get involved, I'm just gonna be like, all right, you two fight. Whoever wins is right.
Thunderdome. Yeah.
You know, like you're
2 minutes or 1 land leaf.
Yeah, you're both old enough. If the younger one is really pissed off, but you don't think you can kick the older one's ass, then you might need to just shut the fuck up and deal with it.
Yeah.
And he's
Start,
like, you know,
train.
Yeah.
Come back at it. And you want to shot at the title?
Yeah.
You get 60 days.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like fucking my brother beat the shit out of me for fucking years and I never got a word in edgewise. And I was always the fucking idiot or whatever. And then one day, right around when I was 12 and he was 18, we have different dads. And my dad was an Irish dock worker cop and his dad was a fucking German bitch. Yeah, needless to say, he learned real fucking quick that, the apple fell fucking straight the fuck down with a fucking hammer fist. So, and I think my brother and I, we only fought, like, actually went to fisticuffs like twice in our lives.
So, and when I was growing up, I had a younger brother, right? Which he's still younger brother, but he's my bigger brother now. You know,
see, that's me and my brother. Like, I got bigger than him at like 13.
But I think he was, I don't remember. God, how old was I? He was probably 10 and I was probably 15. And we're just in the pool one day and I'm like, man, if you don't like it, just fucking hit me. And he fucking hit me. And then I stood there and laughed at him. Like, all right.
That's how
that was a free one. The next time it's coming back at you. You know what I mean? But it's like I was a dick as an older brother though. Yeah. I was a dick.
Well, so was mine.
Yeah.
Well, he was a huge dick.
So that's how, have you met Eli, my other brother-in-law, Leon's brother? So Leon, his older brother, and then Leon just kept growing. So Eli used to pick on Leon constantly. Well, Leon is 6'9".
Yeah.
Eventually,
I was like,
at some point when they were like 13, 14, 15, I've heard the story a million different ways, Leon finally picked him up by the neck and was like, stop. And Eli's like, oh yeah, you are fucking a monster now. Yeah. And that's just fucking.
Because Leon is a sweet guy.
He's so nice.
He's a sweetheart, right?
Yeah,
luckily. He's like fucking Dave with like an extra 150 pounds and 4 feet.
Yeah.
He's just an absolute sweetheart, man.
Luckily, I left the house. We had enough of a gap between me and my brother that before he could actually really kick my ass, I left the house.
You were gone. Yeah.
And now he just thinks he can't. He probably could.
Yeah, the only thing Eli had going for him is he's fucking mean,
strength.
but yeah.
You got old man strength.
Well, I'll cheat too.
Well, that's part
Kick
of being
out
an
a
old
knee
man.
or fucking shoot him or something.
Well, dude, fucking, it's the same. You
Hit him
don't
in the
fight your
balls.
dad because your dad's got old man strength. Like old man strength is very fucking real.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's a thing.
It may not be endurance, but
you're gonna know.
Yeah.
Or
you may not survive the initial beating, so it won't matter anyway.
Christopher Titus used to fucking have a good bit about it where he'd be like, when he was 16, he was like, yeah, I'm going to fight my dad, as most kids do.
Right.
And I guess he was like, Dad, you're such a dickwad. And like went like this. And he's like, but all I got out was, you're such a dickwad. He goes, and I woke up to an EKG machine beeping. It's like, yeah, that tracks. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that fucking tracks, man. Because that's what it is. Like, but there is, dude, it happened like 2-3 times this weekend where I'm just like looking at one of my kids and I'm like, fuck, I can't wait till you're old enough to fight. I'm going to fuck you up. Like, God damn it.
Luckily, I've always told my wife that my kids are going to either kill me in my sleep or they're going to really respect the hell out of me when they're older.
And that's how they are.
And I think they hit the age where now the respect is there. Like I don't think they even want to fight me.
No, they
because
don't.
I addressed this when they were 10 to 12.
Scott, your kids are like Hitler Youth. They just fucking love you. And that is how it is. They are fucking, they've gone into the service industry as far as what goes on.
Remember, you are partial to the blue-eyed ones. He said so on the show.
Your kids do exactly what you tell. I mean, I know, like,
No,
we hear all this
exactly.
stuff. I know. But by and large, you don't have a drug dealing. None of them are weird. None of them are like, well, I think I'm a chick.
Or goth or some weird shit. Yeah.
They're cutting themselves or others. Pets don't disappear in your house.
We don't kink shame here.
There's kinks, like furries. Like none of his kids are wearing chipmunk suits, but that would be okay. But
that'd be hot.
The other day I had
Justin's face. That was the greatest face I've ever seen you make.
Mikey said that as a joke. He does not mean that. You're welcome.
But he was referring to the temperature, but okay.
It's hot out.
So we're all
hot
trying.
If you're in a furry outfit, man, it's hot.
So-
we live in Texas. It's hot.
We're trying to all buy this land. Everybody bought land, and hopefully everybody's going to settle on this whole, like piece of property.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Dude, you've got a spot there. You're gonna have to come when the end comes anyway. Where are you gonna go? That's where you're gonna gravitate to, right? So, but if somebody ended up, I told my wife, I'm like, if we can't get somebody in and we get a new house, I'm just gonna walk around in a giant chipmunk suit. You're gonna spray it down with water, and I'm just gonna walk around the property, and they're just gonna be like, we keep seeing this giant 6 foot tall fucking chipmunk every couple of weeks.
6 foot tall.
Well, the suit. So no, because the suit would be here. Like I would be able to see here, but the head would be like here.
He's looking at his chest.
Yeah. I'm looking out of my chest, guy. I show up there like their ring cat and just like breathe heavy at their ring. And then they'll be
You guys got any sugar tomorrow?
No,
nuts.
the best thing about this is we get to create our own HOA
it's so
policies.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
dude.
your first HOA policy?
Well, there's a couple of things we can't say on this fucking.
Yeah.
But besides that,
I'm pretty sure you can.
oh no.
No, we're gonna have to pitch in, the money that usually goes to the gate or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, right?
Sure.
Or the community pool. Well, it is gonna be the community pool.
Yeah.
But you have to have a party at least biannually with the funds that you pay into the HOA every year.
That's fair.
And then we're going to have stuff like, you have to agree. I don't know. We're just going to have shit where if one of us ever sells, the only person that would buy that house would be somebody cool enough after they read the HOA.
Yeah.
They're either going to love it or they're going to be like, what in the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Mikey, it's so we've got the initial 30. It looks like there's possibly a chance. The only way there's another 30, but the only way people could get to that 30 is if they go on our property. So that 30 is going to come up, and you will have an opportunity, my friend.
Okay. Because I'm looking for land.
Well, we didn't know this. But
Well.
you'll be in phase 2.
Okay.
24 months, kid.
I know. I actually had to learn from John. So thanks.
Mhm.
Fucking guys.
I
Jesus
can't wait to
Christ.
see this compound.
No, because my buddy from Nebraska was like, well, what are we going to call it? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, just call it Warfighter Ranch. And I'm like, you got to talk to the boys because that is not my IP. But we're going to, so the tractor is going to be ours. That tractor that's there.
That's a fun little easy rebuild.
Yeah. And I want to paint it like red and stick it like whatever. We're going to do a guardhouse and
Nice.
animals.
Goats, man.
He's the goat guy.
I want one fainting goat that we leave on the range. That's
Well,
it.
Goats are good because they eat the fucking grass. You don't have to fucking mow your lawn, man.
Yeah, you leave one fainting goat
He
though
wants
on the range.
because we're going to build a range when they.
Like,
It's every time
Yeah.
you pull the trigger, the goat falls over.
that's hilarious.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just
you
don't
want it
tell
for
anybody
comedy.
that.
I want it for.
Yeah.
I just want goats because
We're gonna,
I don't like mowing my lawn.
What if you
So
get custom ear pro made for the goat? Just,
that'd be hilarious.
right?
Then it won't fall over.
I didn't say it'd have to be good ear pro, just fucking just ear pro.
Just want to scare the shit out of it.
Just Goat Pro.
Goat pro, there we go.
Goat pro.
I think too. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have like cattle that like we have, and then we're gonna have eating cattle.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Well, I mean, a good way to pay for your fucking ranch is
Yeah.
to let other ranchers put cattle on your land.
Yeah.
And they pay you for them to be on your fucking property and you just fucking rake in money.
Yeah, but it's got to be a small enough amount of cattle where it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
smell like a feedlot.
Yeah, we're
Sure.
not trying to do that. But
Sure.
with that extra 30 acres, before you get your hands on it, we may have to let the cattle go fucking batshit. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's the plan, and it's going to be cool because
Yeah, it'll be fun.
yeah,
Get guinea fowl.
I want donkeys too.
I'm doing donkeys. The next thing we do.
Yeah.
We're gonna have donkeys probably within the next 6 months.
Dude,
2
well,
donkeys.
so donkeys are fucking great for a number of reasons. One, they're big fucking dogs.
Yeah.
They're friendly as
They're
shit.
so
They fucking
fucking
love
cool.
humans. They're cool as fuck.
Except for the Iraqis that beat the shit out of them for no
Yeah, they're
reason.
not a big fan. I can't
Well,
imagine why they don't like them.
Yeah.
But they also fuck snakes up. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
donkey will fuck a rattlesnake up. Yeah. Like that's why donkeys and coyotes, dude, coyotes aren't fucking with your cattle if there's a donkey around.
We won't have a coyote, I promise.
You'd be surprised, man. Them slippery little bastards are good.
Nah,
Well, we're gonna have. I got my peer, but we're just gonna have random peers that like my wife doesn't know about that I adopt, and
Yeah.
they're gonna be livestock peers.
Yeah.
They're gonna be everybody's dog.
Sure.
And we're going to have a hitching post at every house.
Yeah, because of the horses.
Yeah, I'm down
So-
for
And
that.
I'm going to tie up my my 4-wheeler to the hitching post just because I'm not going to ride a horse.
That's probably where I'll probably do that same with a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
I'm on board with this. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Like I'll have reins on it, I guess. Like
just to tie it up.
Justin, just if you're part of the warfighter family, you're going to have to eventually have like 3 or 4 acres here.
I mean, if I have to, you know, twist my
Like,
arm a little bit.
I just want enough that I can hunt on.
That initial the 30 that's behind us.
It'll be hard once all the
Yeah.
houses are built.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on just, be cognizant of the directions,
Yeah. But
and then
I
where
mean,
you set up the fucking feeders and where you set up the fucking blinds.
Well,
not-
we have a pond, so much like we know in the state of Texas, it's more murder and less hunt.
Yeah.
Well, we have as long as you don't shoot my ducks, we'll be fine.
What kind of ducks?
Egg-laying ducks.
Oh, so you're doing it for eggs?
I'm doing it for the eggs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the deer you want to murder? Absolutely.
Well,
with all
see,
this,
that's where you want to thinking about herd building though too.
Yeah.
You want to build them herds and not murder them, right? Like you want to fucking no, this one's got
Well,
great
if
genes.
if
let
your
him
role is
live.
going to be the ecologist for the fucking thing, we have a place for you.
Well, it's just it's like this is a really pretty fucking buck. I want him to breed, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait fucking
What we
3
need to
years
do
before I murder him.
is
You
get permission from the neighbor that has the field, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we just need to build a 3-story deer stand that we can shoot the deer from our property because that'd be about 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
And that'd be
They're great. Those people are great
Yeah.
next door. So
Dude, I just want so what I want in my next home is I want a fucking platform out of the attic where I just walk up the morning of the opening day of deer season
you have to do shit.
and I just walk up in my robe with coffee and my rifle and I just fucking lay on my platform and I go, that one. All right. And then I fucking walk back downstairs and then put my clothes on and put my boots on and go out and get it. That's
We
what
can
I
make
want.
that happen for you, pal.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
no.
Yeah, guinea fowl keep down on the ticks.
That's true. Guinea fowl are great for
Yeah.
ticks.
Mm-hmm. They'll eat the shit out of ticks.
Coyotes. Fucking,
We got a fox on the property. We're going to leave him alone too.
Nice.
Yeah, until he starts fucking with your duck eggs.
We got a pair for that, or a couple of pairs.
That's true.
So you're gonna let your dogs kill the fox?
Whatever happens, happens.
If he does, he does.
That's what I was
Just
thinking.
turned into the Russian from Rocky 3, this fucking guy.
Ivan Drago.
Even, yeah. Fucking Ivan Drago. Shout out to Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
What a fucking gangster.
You still getting it done?
Yeah.
Long career?
Still does it. Still does it.
Well, if he wasn't acting, he'd just be building shit that would be ridiculous. The guy's got 3 master's degrees? Chemical
He's fucking brilliant.
and biological engineering, and 1 from MIT in mathematics or something, I think. And an engineering degree as well.
Huh.
So
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren's fucking
Yeah.
brilliant. He's a brilliant guy.
yeah.
Which you just never know, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't judge the book by its cover, I guess. But
So I shot my first archery fucking thing this week.
how'd your total archery challenge go, man?
It was fun, man. I had a good time. I shot a total of 50 targets,
yeah.
and I lost a total of
8,
eight arrows.
7, 8.
Yeah, something like that.
You lost or they
Well,
broke?
I broke or missed or yeah. Some of the targets were tricky though. Like the
What was
one,
your longest shot?
105 maybe.
It's a respectable shot.
Yeah. It was easy because I could see the fucking target. It was the ones I couldn't see that were like the turkey that was camouflaged and looking through this. Like I looked through my rangefinder and I'm like, oh, it's right there. You pull up your bow sight and you're like, where the fuck is it?
It's got good cover and concealment, man. It's camouflage.
And the first arrow I lost, I was a little salty about because it was a picture of a bobcat target, and all you could see was his head, and then the rest of it was behind a bush where the scoring ring was, right?
Right.
So I shot, from where the head was, whatever I shot. Well, it was a jumping bobcat, so his ass was in the air, and all you could see was his head. So my arrow went underneath and hit a rock, and so I was like, well, that's kind of bullshit.
That is bullshit.
But yeah. But for the most part, though, I was pretty pleased. So had a good time.
Mikey, what the fuck are you doing over there?
He's
What's
being
up?
a degen.
Well, I do, but I saw you like sniffing that, and then fucking you pull it. Then you pull out your little fucking packy store fucking. Oh my god!
He wasn't kidding. I'm being a DJ. It's one of the little minty freshness,
It's been so long.
right?
Oh my god, it's been so long.
Just brings you back to like college days.
Smell that
it's
shit.
fucking. They used to make a shot out of that with that, and then they called it a pool table. So it was Rumple Mints and then something else, so that it looked like it was green. So it wasn't like blue curacao.
Cream to
blue,
mint.
It was, but it probably is that the.
It's the other minty one. And
It'd
it's
be
green.
the other milty one, and they use that. And
Unless
it looked,
it's
but it came out that
maybe
feltish color.
Midori
I don't
or like a sour or like a
Nah, it came out and it tasted like it tasted like it still has probably cream to mint in the shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't super creamy and it came out green at school at Rasputin's in Burlington, Vermont. And yeah. It was so good. It was so good.
Dave, did you ever fuck with Rumple Mints when you were
No.
a drinker?
Nope.
No.
I had no use for that.
Have you ever seen the show Louder Milk?
No.
You would really enjoy the show. It's about people in recovery and it's fucking hilarious. It's a great show. It's on they only made 3 seasons, which is a fucking crime. It's a crime. All right. It stars Ron Livingston from
Oh, I
like
love
Office
Ron.
Space. Yeah.
I love Ron.
He stars in it and he's an absolute fucking prick to everybody. But he runs an AA group.
Oh, I'm definitely getting watching this.
And it's fucking comedy, man. But it's comedy, but at the same time, it really illustrates people's struggles with staying sober and shit, and like all that. And it I'll be honest with you, man. Like it actually kind of opened my eyes a little bit about to perspectives that I hadn't really thought of in the past about going down that road.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, man, those are real struggles. Like these are real things, right? And it's not just, it doesn't just go over booze, but it goes over drugs and alcohol and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny about
It was a great show, man.
Dave comes out and
10
says,
out of
"Hey, I
10.
don't drink, and this is why I don't drink." There's a lot of people like, "I just don't drink," and I hate that. Just tell me why. If you have a problem with the booze and you don't want to say it, just tell me you don't. Then I'm never gonna fucking say a word again because I respect the fact that you don't drink because you had a problem, you fucking owned up to it, dealt with it, and you don't. But when they're like, "Oh, I just don't drink," like what? You don't like the taste? Are you a bitch?
Dave just really liked booze.
Yeah. Like,
He
just tell
really
me you
liked
don't
it.
drink because
a
you
little
had-
too much.
Like, hey, there's nothing. There's no
my
shame
problem
in
was
saying.
always stopping. So
Right?
There's no shame in saying, "Hey,
I didn't have a
problem."
drinking problem. I had
Yeah.
that part figured out.
Yeah. But there's the people will come across and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't drink." Well, if you're recovering or you think you're going to have a problem and that's why you don't, fucking more power to you. Like, that's fucking great.
You just want to know if they're looking down at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, "Oh, I don't drink. Why would you drink?" Whatever the fuck. Dude, what's your problem? Well, I had a problem with alcohol. Okay, good. Never. I don't want to be like, "Hey man, have a drink. Try it. You might like it."
Yeah.
And then they like, after an hour of that, they're like, "Well, I used to drink like blah, blah." Oh, dude, why don't you just say you just used to drink and you can't do it anymore? 'Cause
Yeah.
whatever. Or you got a medical issue. Like, fuck yeah, now I get it. Like,
But
you know-
when I was 30,
yeah.
maybe I ran into that a little bit more where I didn't understand there was people who were at that age giving up drinking.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
So it's like, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Our age, if there's somebody our age, it's like, "Oh, I don't want to drink." It's because, oh, well, he's
probably got a reason.
Yeah. At this
probably
point, yes.
he probably has to drive home later,
Yeah.
or I get it. Like I grew up enough to understand. Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
But yeah, in my 20s and 30s, it's like if you told me you didn't drink, I just wouldn't get it.
One of the things that show talked about was like dating after you've gone sober,
Yeah.
right? And how difficult
That's
it is.
tough.
Yeah.
And,
Sure.
and it's illustrated through a female, who's like, out on a date with a guy who's like a real straight shooter, and he orders a bottle of wine, and he's like, "Oh yeah, have a glass." She's like, "Actually," and then she has to explain to him,
Yeah.
I didn't really have a problem with wine. It was more the meth and the heroin and stuff like that. But this is not first date fucking kind of conversation,
Yeah.
but it is when you have to explain to them why you're
but
not doing that.
So
right?
that's the thing though. Like I personally know people that struggled with medication and narcotics,
Mhm.
but still drink, and
They separate it between
it catches people off guard when they're like, well, yeah, I'm sober, but then wait a minute, I saw you drinking a beer last night. Well, yeah, but, and then they have to launch into this explanation thing.
That's not my problem. My problem is this thing. Yeah.
You know, and that's what it was, is like I've never had an issue moderating my alcohol. You know, it was the pills and the weed and everything else that came after the fact. That's what caused me an issue. So that's why I stopped, and I'm sober from that.
Right.
You know,
which that wasn't your case.
No,
in your case, you were just like, I drink all the booze.
Yeah. I just, it was definitely, I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
So
what'd you drink today? What'd you just have?
That was
those are so good.
The Drumsicle Orange Boots cream soda.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we're good.
I found those at HEB, man, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, man! These are all right." Yeah, like craft sodas at HEB.
Yeah,
but no, circling back to that point that you made, like it's a shit show trying to date as a sober person.
Oh, I bet. Well, because where does most social interaction take place? Bars, restaurants, surrounding alcohol. It's a social lubricant that makes people loosen up and fucking be freer. So I'm sure it is a struggle, but that's something that I never thought of as a guy who does drink and you know.
Like, and you tell somebody, I'm not going to drink, but you go drink. And people are like, like, I'm going to be the fucking douchebag. Like, no, dude, I have an issue. Like, let's just have a drink.
Like, I have my self-control. I get it.
Michelle told me that the other night. And she's like, oh, you can drink tonight. I'm like, okay, great. And I did.
Like Haley doesn't really drink much anymore. Yeah. Like at all. Like she rarely fucking touches anything, right? I mean, she still will have a cocktail now. Oh, sure. But like she's not a huge drinker anymore, right? Yeah. And it's just because hangovers fucking last longer in your mid to late 30s, right? Like fucking that's when they start hitting you, and then fucking, you know. And we in our 40s know that they last even longer.
I found a secret to getting past the hangover-y, pukey thing.
Hoist energy drink, or Hoist hydration. Shout out.
That's like the post. If I take a little shot of the pen, and then then the nausea goes away, and it's like I'm ready. It's like throwing up, becoming completely sober, and going again without the throwing up and becoming completely sober.
That depends on the pen.
Yeah,
I will tell you that the pen that I had on St. Patty's Day.
Yes, sir.
That pen?
Oh, so good.
It
was so good.
No, not the one that you had. The one that I had. That my buddy brought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The one where I fucking checked out to Mars for a few hours.
I remember that. Yeah. You kind of shut up for about an hour or so.
Yeah. For like 5 minutes. But in my head, it was an hour. Yeah. All right. Fucking, that one, when I woke up out of that, I did DMT. All right. That's what it was. All right. I wanted to see what Rogan was talking about. All right.
Felt so much better.
I was sober.
Yeah.
Like my booze wasn't even affecting me. And I'd been drinking with you all fucking day.
11 o'clock.
We started at 11, right? Which was hindsight being 2020. Probably a little early for us.
It wasn't New Year's.
We're fucking Irish, kid.
I still had fun.
Hey, we're going to do it next year.
Hey, you guys, I don't know. Are you going to make it the whole time this year? Because you were the first to leave this year.
You don't. It's not New Year's. You don't need to make it till midnight. You're fine.
Thanks, pal. Thanks, Scott. What my buddy comes in.
Have y'all heard of California sober? I learned this on Joe.
Yeah, that's not drinking, but you still smoke.
No, you smoke. Yeah. Which I was like, so you're not. It's not sober. Like, I still smoke weed.
You're high.
Yeah.
Whoever fucking says that weed isn't a drug. Has never smoked weed.
No, it's a drug.
Yeah, they've never smoked weed. Like they're like, oh, it's not a drug. I'm not shitting on marijuana smokers at all. Trust me.
I'll tell you from fucking
by definition, caffeine's a drug.
From my point of view, though, like I'll hit that pen every night. I take one big puff, get it in. I sleep like a baby. The next day, I fucking go to work, fucking hit the gym. I fucking slept 7 or 8 hours. I'm a fucking on it because I slept. That's the biggest thing.
That's the thing.
For most vets, I just want to sleep 6 or 7 straight goddamn hours.
Dude, if I can get more than 6, fuck, man. That's a good day.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good day. All right? Like, if I can get more than 6 hours, fuck yeah.
Because I hear every little fucking
thing. What's your average fucking sleep?
I sleep good.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's the only way he can do what he does. He goes on very little food.
Yeah.
The worst thing, don't go to Vegas with him because you'll never get fed.
Unless
you want, no, that is.
Me and him have had great meals in Vegas together. What are you talking about?
We eat dinner.
It's one meal.
One meal.
when I brought Jim to SHOT Show, I didn't realize that he wanted breakfast and lunch.
Well, you and I went for like appetizers that just turned into dinner last time. This year.
I miss you.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I ate all that day.
Me too.
So,
Yeah.
Well, we had booze to drink.
Yeah. Jim
no,
likes
and look, we were
all
drinking
those
by
things.
8 o'clock, first fucking 8:15 in the morning in fucking Vegas, and we drank all day, but we had lunch.
I will say that one of my favorite times in Vegas that I've ever had was our Denny's trip.
Oh, so
Oh
good.
my
It was
God.
so much fun.
Us
Yes.
and Adam. Big fucking shout out,
we
Adam.
literally took that fucking
the
place
best
over.
time to have breakfast is definitely 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, so much fun.
But that was one of the best times I've ever had in Vegas.
I think we had everything on that menu too. It was
Because
just food.
we
just
were
constant.
telling everybody to
Gary was there. Like
Yeah.
we were all just like fucking.
we were telling everybody to
Shit-faced.
fuck off over the mask.
Masks.
Like,
situation.
we kept walking through. They're
We're
like,
so
"You wear your
drunk."
mask." We're like, I'm smoking. Sorry. Like fucking just absolute assholes.
Oh, yeah,
Because this was, SHOT Show 2022.
21, I believe. No,
22,
22.
21
right.
got
22.
canceled.
Yeah, you're right.
And then,
Yeah.
of course, then me and Scott get fucking COVID, leaving fucking Vegas.
I mean, I probably did too, but
Yeah.
I just don't give a fuck.
Dude,
Well-
you've never seen two fucking guys. We thought we were hungover, ordered a bunch
Well,
of food.
I think we were hungover too.
We were so fucking hungover, so we ordered a bunch of food to try to clear it. By the time the food came and we started shoving all this fucking pizza and pasta down, I'm like,
Neither one of us finished anything.
anything. Like a little bite of here or there, and we're like, I think there's something else wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it. I just thought
It's
I was
like,
that hungover.
This pizza is
We-
really bland.
We drank till like 5 in the
so
morning.
was this
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
Now, my COVID experience lasted like 48 hours.
I didn't have it long, but still.
And it wasn't that bad, but I was a little pissed off because the whole country was kind of opened up at that point.
Yeah.
Like they should have shut it down for me for that week.
Like now I get this shit.
You know
How
what I mean?
dare they?
How dare they?
No, because I got
How
back.
dare they?
I went to work on Friday. My wife's like, "Oh, I don't feel too good." I'm like, "Ugh." And then I was supposed to meet Jazz at a thing. I met Jazz. We hung out for like an hour, and I'm like, "Dude, I gotta go." I went home and literally had every COVID symptom in a wave for an hour. The chills for an hour.
Is this when Jazz got COVID real bad too? Did you give it to Jazz?
This was the week after the Vegas trip. So 22, whenever he had it.
Yeah, no. 22 was last year, bro.
Yeah. Jazz was fucked up last year. That's when
No,
he got,
that was 20 when he got it. Because he just laid in his apartment for like 8 and slept 18 hours a day.
that was when he got sick the first time. but
Yeah, that was
after
COVID
that,
round 1.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Whenever the fuck Delta variant was out, because Jazz had
this
that
was
shit.
this was before Delta. Vegas was before Delta variant. So we were fine.
Because Jazz got fucked up by that, man. That was when he couldn't like fucking regulate temperature and was like fucking
That was the first round.
I could only do that for an hour. And then that symptom fucking
confirmed.
passed.
He-
Then I couldn't taste
he had
anything
it
for an
before
hour.
that.
Well,
That was the first round right
I
after I
was
got
home
down
for
here.
4 days and then went back to Vegas.
And then you went back.
Because Jazz caught it in Vegas the first time we were there in 2020. Before the country fucking knew everything, Jazz caught that shit.
That's when he had it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, he had
Yeah.
it the first time, and nobody knew what it was. But he was like, I just assumed it was the fucking SHOT Show crud that everybody gets,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody gets
Yeah.
sick from SHOT Show, except me somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, have
Like,
you
I
ever
never
had-
get fucking sick.
Have you ever gone to SHOT Show?
No, I go to all the drinking parties after.
You're
No,
fine. You're
yes,
fine.
yeah.
The problem is actual SHOT Show, and I've narrowed it down to the High Point booth. If you pick up a High Point, you're gonna get the crud.
You know
like
what?
it's a given.
I'm gonna test that theory
If
next
your
year.
if the handgun you pick up is wrapped in $100 bills,
Yeah.
you're gonna get the SHOT Show crud because that's who else picks up that gun. So yeah.
So
it's
next
the
year
High Point
I will partake in SHOT Show or whatever it is you guys do.
booth. Fuck
next year.
next year's a shit show
I know.
because we have SHOT Show, we have a trade show,
Yep.
and then 2 months later we have another trade show.
Yeah, trade show.
So stupid.
Not even 2 months later.
Well, I
I
have
know,
to
it's
do
like
I'll have to deal with it
3.5
once. So,
weeks.
Yeah. So
I bailed on this one, but
I'll
be
probably
there
go to
next time.
SHOT Show again though.
I would have to.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll go one of these years.
Hopefully, you and I will be coworkers.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got a lot of leave saved up. Hopefully.
You will have a lot of leave saved. No, because you're gonna get your 126 hours of
Buy it
veteran
all back, dog.
veteran leave that you are gonna get free.
Well, I got 15 years to buy back.
No, see, so when you come into the service, you're gonna get 126 hours of sick leave that's free, but you only get a year to take it.
Yeah.
And nobody cares how you take that.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to use that before you even touch either your sick or leave or your regular leave.
Hopefully. I mean, I got to get the job first.
Oh.
I got to actually get that job.
I'm sure the folks that are left don't listen to this show. They're fucking idiots. If you're not a 12,
Hey, not only did you not get the job, Jim just lost it.
oh, she knows.
So this is not micro content worthy.
Re-fucking adapted, probably.
She knows how I feel, but I don't work for her. You're going to be running that fucking office, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Anyway.
I mean, and for those of you listening, no, I'm still at Hero Sports. I'm not fucking quitting. Everything's fine. Hero Sports is still a great organization that I fucking work at every day. All right? I just keep my options open, man. Like fucking always be looking.
GS, baby.
Yeah.
GS.
That motherfucker can drop dead at his desk in fucking 20 years and just keep raking in a fucking paycheck.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, speaking of which, man, got a big week for Hero Sports.
You got a lot of golf.
We got our golf tournament on Thursday this week.
Hey, Scott, are you playing?
I don't know if I got invited.
You got to buy a team. It's $500.
I have
Unless you want to sponsor a hole.
I have prior obligations.
Do you want to sponsor a hole?
Well, we'll talk later.
Put Dave out there fucking selling cigars. It'd be fun.
No, I mean, if you do, I will go in
You
with
guys
you.
should sell cigars. Fucking
Hero
Who says we're not?
okay.
We went to the Hero Sports last year.
We didn't do one last year.
2 years.
I don't know. Fucking COVID. Who knows?
Who knows?
What it was. It
I wouldn't-
Anyway,
I didn't
I will
work
go
there
play
then.
sports, but somebody needs to tell me now so I can put the fucking leave in.
So that's on Thursday. When is the big banquet?
The big banquet, man. May 19th. May 19th. We got Mark Chestnut playing our fucking banquet this year. Which, thank you for being one of the only people who actually said they would buy a table and paid for it.
Pay for your fucking tables, people. This is a goddamn
So
nonprofit.
with the
Pay
tables,
for this shit up front. Pay for your fucking tables.
Holy, what the
so
fuck,
how many
man?
seats are spoken for at the Warfighter table?
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, you get 10.
Yeah, I mean,
So we'll just
Maybe-
let me know.
yeah, no, you're, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost anybody.
I mean,
who
you know,
but I want to
probably
support.
everybody who listens to this could probably come.
Right?
I want to do my part
There's
for
like
Hero
4
Sports. So if
people
I
that
have to
listen.
subsidize half a Warfighter's table for me and the old lady,
I mean,
just so
well, it's a table of 10.
Save the. Don't pay for my table. Save it for the raffles and shit.
okay,
Put the money back into Hero
Yes.
Sports.
okay.
Mikey, what's some of the cool stuff y'all are raffling off?
Bro, we got all kinds of shit, dude. Some of the guns we have this year from
Fucking
live auction are
sweet ass
fucking
anaconda.
awesome. We do have an anaconda generously donated by Mr. Scott Jansen.
Oh no shit! That
Yeah. Fucking dude, we have let's see here. What's the fucking gun shop that Black Rifle uses up in Bernie?
Montequema.
Montequema's building us a rifle that we are doing. There's another one out of Bernie.
Is that bitch going to your banquet?
There's a few
Cherokee
of
or
them.
whatever.
It's something like
Yeah,
that.
those guys-
Oh,
It's-
Apache.
Thank you.
Apache
Gun
Gunworks.
Works.
Apache Gunworks.
Apache Rifle Works is building
Yeah.
us a rifle as well. I talked to Joe 2 days ago.
They do a
Yeah.
good job building rifles.
Yeah, yeah. We have custom ARs from Sons of Liberty that are going to be available for raffle and maybe fucking a couple other things. We also do mystery coolers. To give you an idea of the mystery cooler, last year at the dove hunt, we did a mystery cooler that was full, had an AR, a shotgun, a trip to Africa, a hunting trip to Africa, which
Jesus.
I believe John is actually going
Yeah,
on.
he's gonna.
Like,
What a prick.
right? Because he knows the guy. Like, because John's elk hunting buddy is going with him because he knows the guy that
Yeah,
knows
you know
the
what?
guy.
Next
type of thing.
next hunting season, John's busy.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm just
dude,
throw that out
just become a guide for Hero Sports.
Well, I would.
Well, fucking tell him he's got to work. And then-
He does. John, you have to work.
You're the one that keeps letting him fucking go, man. I know. This is on you, man. You can be like, no, I'm going on that. You stay
Africa.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's Africa. There's an Africa hunt. Well, that's what it was last year. It's not that this year. It might be something else cool. You know, you never know. But there's a lot of fucking great prizes. There's also a silent auction, casino night.
Cool.
There's fucking and then Mark Chestnut plays, man, which is crazy. The only downfall of our banquet this year is the guy emceeing it is a fucking tool.
Who's that? Oh, it's you.
Because it's me. So you're gonna have to listen to my fucking jokes, and I have to work clean.
Is it an open bar?
Sorry, it is not an open bar.
Okay. You guys know.
Can we bring a bottle?
Unless you're VIP. VIP gets an open bar.
The last one we went to, though, you saw that it was an open bar and how it was an open bar.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. You should maybe reach out.
That was different. I have.
Okay.
And that was a different circumstance. I'll tell you later.
All right. Because that was awesome.
That was great.
That was all.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Is that a Friday or Saturday night?
It's a Friday.
Oh, good. Make sure the old lady. Where is it? Where are you guys doing it?
It's at Pedrati's Ranch in Helotes.
Well,
So it's a bit of a drive for you.
fine.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
That's
Does Hero Sports still have tickets available? if
Yes,
people wanna
man.
come
Go to
by?
herosports.org if you want to buy a table or if you want. And here's the cool thing: you can actually sponsor a veteran table for $1,000. All right, for $1,000, you can sponsor a table for veterans. All right, if you want to buy a table and attend, it's $2,500.
You know what? Let me give you a list and any open seats I have.
Okay, yeah, no, that'd be great. Just give me a number,
Yeah.
because we
That's
do have
cool.
a waiting list of veterans who want to go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool, fuck yeah. And that's literally how this works. You just watched fucking nonprofit work happen. Look at that. This is the grind. But yeah,
Also, if
Should
you go
be
to
good.
Hero Sports website, keep an eye out. They do the raffles and everything on there.
we
So,
do right now. I think there's a pistol and something else.
Yeah, go check out the website. See what they got on a raffle. Maybe you can win some.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always have crazy good raffles too, man. Like I think we had a fucking Springfield up, like a Hellcat or something for a while there. It was like $20 a ticket. You could literally win a pistol for $20. You know, like fuck. During COVID, how many guns did they buy off you
God
that they raffled?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man. They bought
Yeah.
like Barker bought all kinds of shit off you.
Yeah.
I know because he got my money because I fucking bought raffle tickets back then. Fucking, I worked there. I still buy the raffle.
I'll throw in a
tickets,
bunch
man.
of boxes of Hero Sports cigars too for silent auctions and shit.
Cool.
So,
Fucking I, man.
because that'll be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be selling them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be selling them, and all of our VIP guys are getting them.
Cool,
Stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mark Chestnut's already gotten a box sent to him.
Nice.
Stuff like that. So
If someone wants to get a pack of Hero Sports cigars, where can they go?
warfighter.com, bitch.
Warfighter tobacco. Bitch.
Do I have to dress up
As what?
It's like Texas.
A six
fucking
foot
Texas
chipmunk.
dress.
Yeah.
as a 6 foot fucking chipmunk?
A wet one.
A wet chick.
This will probably be my belt buckle that I wear.
That's okay.
So, but no, it's Texas casual, man. It's,
Okay.
it's or Texas dress or whatever the
Okay,
fuck.
I had to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll be wearing a blazer and a fucking
Texas Formal, I believe is what
Texas
you're looking
formal. Is that what it
Texas
is?
casual. That's
Texas casual.
That's fucking boxers and flip flops.
Well, that's fucking silkies, dog. What are you
for.
talking
Stained
about?
wife beater.
Fuck yeah. That depends on the part of Texas.
Wore my
you're in.
silkies to the river last night or yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what you gotta wear? You gotta wear our fucking UDTs.
Dude, I'm not. I wore them once.
Yeah.
But I don't wear them again until you come with me.
Okay. Well, unfortunately for you, I fucking hate the river. But
you need to come.
so we do have a river trip planned for Satmar this month.
Oh.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Where? You guys going to San Marcos? You going to fucking?
Oh no,
MB?
no, it's New Braunfels.
Okay.
It's New Braunfels.
Are you guys floating or fucking hanging?
I don't know yet.
Dude, just go to the fucking poorhouse. Or
I-
the poorhouse.
Oh,
the fucking
we
float
will.
in.
I
The
want
floor in.
Mikey to get one of those 360 cameras and float down the river with all those Marines.
It's nowhere near as fun.
document.
Just go to the fucking float in, dude.
It's not as fun, but the chaos that y'all will cause will be
Jim, I
amazing.
like to float the river.
Faust Street Bridge,
That's where you guys are starting, and then you're gonna float.
I guess.
All right, well, we'll float with you.
I like to float.
Yeah, it's on the
It's
13th.
logistically challenging
I'm
for
with-
what we do.
It's
I'm with Jim on
it's
this
May
one.
13th. That's the May one.
Okay.
I like it
Floating the river,
one-
totally fucking overrated.
once a
Going
year.
and sitting in the river. I can get down with that.
We never
Once
see
a
you.
year.
Why don't you ever fucking come with us? Why?
I don't know. We'll go this year.
Yeah.
I know
okay.
why.
Hey, you need to. It's
I know
fun.
why.
Oh no, I totally
I know
want
why.
to. I don't like the river. That's the thing.
It's fucking his old lady fucking brings him to all of his fucking family functions. So
We do stay busy with the family, but she's actually the opposite of me. She loves going to the river.
no.
I hate.
He
being-
likes going to family functions. That's what it is.
I do. I love her family. But like I hate the river, especially in like that first week or two when it's open. I fucking hate
Oh, we're
it.
past that now.
Yeah,
Why?
Dude, I'm actually right there
People
with
are
you,
fucking
dude.
assholes.
So,
I fucking can't
Correction.
stand it.
You don't hate the river. You hate the, people.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
See,
But
That's
it's a
why
combo.
we
I hate
build
the
we build
people.
a fucking barge of stuff,
See, yeah.
and nobody fucks with us.
That's I will
See,
come with y'all. But
I like-
other than that,
I hate the people and the sun.
well, the sun's nothing we can do about it.
It's not that
We'll
you
slather
hate
you.
the sun. It's the sun hates you.
The sun fucking hates me. As I sit here, I'm fucking peeling. Look at this. Just fucking peeling everywhere.
I was
Well, you're that pure Irish.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking red, white, and peeling. That's all I get.
know, man.
I get red, white, and peeling. Dave's fucking purple right now. Jesus, Dave.
Jesus, Dave.
He's
The
pink
only-
as shit, dude. Yeah.
the only river I actually will float is the one in Canyon Lake because there's next to nobody there.
Like
It could
the
be
Guadalupe?
Yeah, it'll be the middle of the summer.
How's there a river at the lake?
Well, no, it's the
around
Guadalupe
Canyon,
one.
yeah.
He goes down the Guadalupe, down River Road.
Floating the
Yeah.
quad.
There's almost no one there because it's honestly not it's not as nice as fucking like New Braunfels or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but there's like next to
There's
nobody
less.
here.
That's a great
I'm
drive,
there.
But you
too.
don't get
Yeah.
to. You don't get to.
Did I
The people watch.
Did I tell you about you driving through the wedding that I was performing?
Yeah, I saw you. I saw your truck, and I'm like, because then I saw you an hour later, and you're like, that was me.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Fucking, I was performing a wedding and fucking Jim drove through it. And I was like, hey.
Was he just trying to kill random people, or what was he driving through?
No,
the
No, he was driving by the wedding, I should
Oh,
say.
there you go.
He drove by the wedding. I was down out by the river performing a wedding.
Hope my
and-
music didn't.
And
fucking
in the middle
like,
of it, I was like, the funny thing was the groom and the bride were like, oh, that fucking guy's awesome. I was like, you don't know him. Clearly don't know that
He's a
motherfucker.
real piece of shit. That's why he's my friend.
I was like, I'd call him right now, but I have no service because I'm in a fucking valley.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, Spotify's not good there, so I have to make sure my playlist is rolling before I
Oh,
go
yeah.
down River Road there.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
man.
it just fucking
Yeah. That's a nice little place, though.
Second Crossing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's where we spent COVID for a month.
Yeah.
We
I
spent-
like Second Crossing.
Yeah, that's
They
why I
had
did.
such
That's
a
why I
good.
did that
They had
wedding.
such a good deal with the thing. We would come like Saturday and Sunday.
They're like,
yeah.
Dude, the people
No.
were really fucking cool there, man. Like,
This was like a week into COVID.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we can't rent you a spot by the day, but we can by the month. And I'm like, I'll take a month. How much is it? And they're like, well, nobody else will be here. So
$400.
yeah,
right?
it was 400 bucks for
yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
I left my camper down there. So for 4 weekends, that's where we fucking were.
fuck yeah,
That was
dude.
awesome.
It was great. You cook. We're like,
Yeah.
and then like, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Like, yes, we're coming back because there's
Yeah.
nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And it was funny because you could watch where we had our seats. Like
I remember,
everybody was just coming out,
I
like
remember
driving. People were just driving.
I remember sitting in the
Nothing else to
river.
do.
yeah.
And this was like wear a mask for 2 weeks to flatten the curve
Yeah.
shit. And we're like, I'm like,
Yeah, the
I'll-
buddy checkers.
Yeah,
They remember that.
But I'm like, I'll wear a mask for 2 weeks. Like, I'd give it that, right? Like, it kind of, whatever. If it helps, it helps. 2.5 years later, I was like, fuck this mask. But I remember sitting there like, we just, it was like, we didn't know what COVID would bring.
Yeah.
And what a crock of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Justin, you sent me a article.
Yeah.
And I read about this actually, weirdly enough.
yeah.
I actually am a little briefed on this, but there's a guy at large here in Texas right now
Oh my God. Yeah.
who fucking has been deported. Fucking, it says 4 times in the
4
article.
times.
It's actually 5 times.
Five times. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Really?
you know what? You know what's more effective than a deportation? An execution.
Like,
Yeah.
well,
You're
fucking-
damn right.
What
but,
did he do?
But he murdered a fucking family of 5
Oh.
yeah.
here in Texas. And I think the
That's-
last time he was deported, it's been a while. It's been like 2016 or
So
something.
what I've got is
But-
listed as 4 deportations. Was originally it was 2009, and then he came back again in 2009, then 2012, then 2016, and
Yeah.
then he got over eventually and has been here since.
So he got a weapon. somehow.
So when did he
But
kill the people?
This over the weekend, Friday or Saturday night?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
where in
shit-
Texas is it?
I think it said 50 miles north of Houston.
Yeah, the side of Houston.
Yeah.
That shit disappeared once they found he was a Mexican national. That shit disappeared from all the douchebags railing on fucking ARs. That shit disappeared so quick.
Real quick.
Yep.
So apparently it started because his neighbors asked him to stop firing his gun in his backyard.
Yeah.
And they live in like,
oh, I heard about this.
They're in
Yeah.
like Jasper or something.
yeah.
And
It's
they
like,
do, apparently they do it a lot. And that this guy was shooting all the time, and they were having a thing in their yard, and he
So-
just went nuts.
So the San Jacinto County Sheriff's received a call around 11:30 p.m. Friday detailing harassment. Sheriff Greg Capers told reporters on Sunday when deputies arrived at the home, they found 5 victims at the property. So they got the call, and by the time the cops showed up, they were all dead.
That's why if your neighbor is unruly, you have your own AR
Yeah, dude.
and you shoot him back.
Absolutely.
We won't have to deal with that shit.
Well, the fact is, after fucking smoking 5 people, if he's still in America, he's a fucking idiot. One.
No, he's over the border.
He's
man.
definitely. I would bet my fucking check that he's back in Mexico, laying low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to get into Mexico than it is to get into the States.
I don't know.
And it's not
you
very
just,
hard.
You just drive.
Yeah.
No.
They don't stop you at all.
No,
Yeah.
it's easier to get into America right now. You know this, right?
It's actually about the same.
Yeah.
It's just fucking. It's
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll give you that.
You know, you don't have to get stopped and go, "Hey, I'm just coming here for a thing." Okay.
There is a $80,000 reward for information leading to his capture, though.
You know what though? The cartel will find him and cash in on that reward.
Have you guys?
That's what they'll do.
Have you guys seen this whole thing where people are driving through like the border checkpoints that aren't at the border? You know, the customs.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
So you drive through and they're like, "Are you an American citizen?" And these people will refuse to answer it that are clearly an American citizen.
They're like,
Like what? What the?
"Why would you assume my citizenry?"
Yeah. Like I know my rights. I don't have to answer that. They're like, "Pull over." No, I'm going to leave. No, pull over. Like, what in the fuck?
Just say yes.
Just say yes. You like what the fuck
You're
is
a
wrong?
white dude wearing a fucking polo shirt, man. They already know. They already know, man. Your Birkenstocks gave it away, motherfucker. All right, just say yes.
They just
All
want to
right?
fucking take their fucking Milwaukee fucking drills and just fucking take your car apart piece by fucking piece. You get 'em-
After that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. If they're giving me fucking lip, if I'm the gate guard,
It's some bullshit. I'm not even on the border. I'm on some bullshit fucking checkpoint in
Yeah,
the
if
middle
I'm
of
on some
nowhere.
fucking checkpoint and this guy's giving me attitude, you goddamn right. No, take him to fucking secondary. Make sure his asshole's nice and fucking reamed.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. All right. Like, yeah.
I personally think I think this is the new, like, it's another version of canceling. Someone wants to be able to be like, I caught someone doing a racist. That's what all that is. Is it someone being like, he asked me my citizenship, and it's like, yeah, they have to do
That's
that.
his.
Like
That's literally his
literally
job.
why he's standing in the middle of fucking nowhere is to ask you this question.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make it something. I think that's what this is.
You're making it difficult on him for no fucking reason.
Do that shit in some
otherwise being
fucking
a
bullshit
dick.
country in Africa. They'll just fucking AK-47 your ass to death.
Yeah, an 8-year-old with a fucking AK is gonna smoke you.
Honestly, just put that in like, I'm sure there's like a, you know, like a number 1, this is going to happen. Number 2, this is going to happen. Number 4, if you refuse to answer, you'll be shot on sight. Like, just put it, you don't necessarily have to do it. Just put it in there. And then when people are like that, just point, number 4, bitch. Like,
Number 4.
this is easy.
I don't have to even tell you to look at number 4. You should have already read it.
Yeah. I'm just going to fucking shoot you.
It's the same thing you see with all these cops nowadays. You see these people releasing footage of they're like, I got stopped because of this, and it's like, no, you were doing like 60 in a school zone.
Yeah.
Like you left that part out of your video.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to catch someone now, especially cops and law
Or
enforcement.
like you're filming a police station from like, yes, they're going to question you. Yes, it's a public building, but yes, you're a fucking idiot.
I saw a shooting breakdown from a police shooting recently. It was a female cop and it was a homeless guy. And first of all, this homeless guy took 2 to the chest and was like, "Fuck you," and then walked away. But he like started trying to fight this female cop. First of all, who was by herself responding to this vagabond that was staying there. ask for fucking help. Don't show up by yourself. Fucking even Marines don't fucking show up by themselves. Fucking I don't give a shit what police force you are. Don't show up by yourself, man. Like that's fucking stupid, right? Like, but they literally they were like, oh, you know, fucking this guy, he's trying to sleep there or whatever, and they didn't want him loitering or fucking trespassing. I get it, right? He's a homeless guy or whatever. And this guy, he was a fucking lunatic. He was a crazy homeless dude, and he was definitely trying to fucking like fight her and put his hands on her and all this. And then she was like, yeah, fucking, she's got her gun pulled, and she's like, don't you do it, fucking, I'll fucking shoot you, stop, da, da, da. And the guy keeps coming. She shoots him once, he keeps coming. She shoots him again, like in the chest. And it's like, and then he's just like, fuck you. And he just goes and he lays down right where he said he was going to lay down, and he dies. And like, she's freaking the fuck out, as you do. Another cop gets there finally. I don't think the guy he was still breathing when the other cop got there, but it was fucked up, man. It was like, yeah, you probably should have tased him. Could you have tased him? Yeah, you fucking could have. He was unarmed, you know? And the crazy thing is all of you are sitting here because none of you guys have seen this. Do you know why you haven't seen this? Because the homeless guy was white.
Right. Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. The homeless guy was a white dude who was unarmed. All right. And the cop, she was not white. She was definitely Hispanic. You could tell by the way she talked. All right. So like fucking, and it was like,
fuck around and find out.
You know, and I'm still on her side.
Yeah.
Like I'm 100%. I'm on her fucking side because that's what should have happened. Right. Like she gave more than enough fucking warning for this fucking clown shoe.
Like how hard is it to just, I don't know, listen and obey?
Well, apparently it's really fucking hard, but
in the same kind of vein, there was I think it was California, had to be California. They had it was two guys were beating the shit out of each other in a traffic thing, and they had the incident response, like the guys who were supposed to fucking adjudicate. They weren't cops. It was a whole defund the cops thing. So there was two dudes who were and they're in like vests, and they're the guys that are supposed to fucking like mitigate fucking people fighting. And these two dudes are just wailing the shit out of each other. Hi, sweetheart.
Just come sit down, dude.
Yeah.
Just sit in the middle.
Oh yeah. And these guys are watching these two dudes just
this
beating
is
the
your
absolute
show
shit
too,
out of
dude.
each other. So cops can't fucking win no matter what they do.
Yeah.
We're getting
Hi, Jess.
Holy fucking shit.
Hey, buddy.
I almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up, guys?
You're late.
Sorry.
What are we at now?
Probably close to like, I think an hour and 45.
Yeah, it was almost a 2-hour show, dude.
Yeah.
So you're saying I'm just in time.
Just in time. Fucking
Part 2 starts now.
no, fucking. It's weird how it happens, right? Like, because is it justified? Yeah, by the letter of the law, absolutely. You know what I mean? But could you have escalated different?
Timothy
Probably.
Oliphant says he's
But
justified.
that's easier said than done, right? It's easier to do that shit than in the heat of the fucking moment. That's why I have this female cop's back on this fucking shooting, because he was fucking smacking her around and doing all this shit, and she was by herself.
Once he laid hands on her, then it's the cop. Like,
Yeah,
it's, you know,
dude,
like,
she gave him every chance to walk the fuck away, but he was a crazy fucking homeless guy. Some crazy fucking vagabond does not give a fuck. He doesn't care.
If that was some
Right?
fucking
Like,
DPS agent in fucking West Texas, that motherfucker would have blown that fucker away the minute
Quick
he
as
fucking
shit.
and
Quick
you
as
never would have
shit.
heard about it.
not a goddamn word.
We were at a family thing, and Leon's stepfather, who raised him, he was a DPS guy for fucking 30-something years. He's like, the cops kill DPS cops are blowing motherfuckers away left and right, and you never hear about it because this is not how it is in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, fuck, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, in West Texas, unlike here where they have to do the investigate and they still have to do the investigations, the Rangers come out and do the thing. Dude, when I was with the police union, the smoke wouldn't be cleared and these guys are back on the streets because you just don't have enough fucking cops.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. It's a fucking dangerous job, and you know.
Is there a belt buckle?
Uh-huh.
And then you have cops that have to deal with shit like this, where a guy's got a gun in his fucking belt buckle.
That's my new friend.
That's amazing.
Isn't that fun?
Hey, if you're wearing that and you tuck your shirt in, that's not even concealed.
No.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Well, you can't help but carry in the state of Texas.
It's so much fun.
Oh, that little thing's spring loaded.
Yeah.
That's fucking,
And then it's magnetic.
that's
Hold it.
fucking dope.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm a
I
fan.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story after this.
And I'm
It's
familiar with the size, so that makes it even better.
So yeah, the 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could wrap it up.
Yeah, we could.
Good.
We'll wrap this up.
We have to debate.
We do. We have a debate after this.
Yeah, how many
So brought to you by warfightertobacco.com.
He's got it. Use that code FTFO. Screen it sweet 15% off. Of course, wellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25 to get your quarter off your order over there. And Ice Tech coolers for those who get it. Icetech.com. Use that code FreedomFriends10. I'll get you 10% off. And check out our affiliate link again, grillyourassoff.com/FreedomFriends podcast. It's in the description, wherever you're listening to this. I'm going to raise my glass, though. I want to say thanks for being my Freedom Friends, boys. Cheers, cheers.
Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, attaboy.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons, do all that bullshit. 3 little things. They're not hard to do. Dave, hit him with the first one.
Oh, that's always smoke on.
Chaz, you're here.
Oh, fucking drink my own.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom the fuck on.
Later.